Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They'll try to run. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City.
You know, Mike, I think we're going to see a lot of this, and you know why? It's the new kickoff rule. So think about it. In the old days, you'd kick a field goal, you'd kick a touchback, and your opponent would have the ball on the 20. You didn't give up as much field position, but you only got 3 points. Nowadays, you go for 3 points and you kick a touchback. They get the ball on the 35. It's almost 30 yards of field position. You're just better off going for touchdowns when you get in here tight.
Butker's extra point is good, and the Chiefs will take a 21-7 lead. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense ready to see what they can do. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Here's Nix to throw. Open man downfield. That's Ingram. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. Now the Chiefs can call the first of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the 1st down. Nix. Throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete. Evan Ingram, the intended target. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
It's just a matter of time. I don't care how good you are or how good a hand you have. You are going to drop passes. It is inevitable in the NFL. But it's the guys that don't let one drop pass lead to 2. They have the ability to put it behind them, move forward. Now you can't wait for that next ball to be thrown their way.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. 4 catches already in this opening quarter, off to a hot start as he picks up the 1st down.
He's made his presence felt throughout this opening quarter. They better figure out a way to slow him down defensively. Otherwise, he's in store for a monster game.
And good hard running there. He'll push his way forward. Gain of about 5.
Taken down at the 19-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5. To throw is Nix. He's going to tuck it and go. And Nix with a wise move there at the end, sliding to a stop, but he's got the 1st down.
And this is what you like to see if you're the head coach. Not only does your quarterback know exactly where that 1st down marker is, he's able to pick up the 1st down, but then get himself on the ground. He avoids the big hit and picks up the 1st down.
Now it's Dobbins. And he'll be forced out of bounds and pick up a couple on that one.
So these, Mike, are the body blow runs. They're not big gains. They're nothing fancy. But they really set that physical tone for the rest of the game, where now a good play caller can use some of these early runs to set up something a little bit bigger down the road.
Now a 2nd down throw for Nix. And he will get into the end zone. Bo Nix Broncos. 2 touchdowns for him now in the afternoon. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
The kick by Lutz is good. And the Broncos draw closer here. It's 21-14. So now, after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. Here's Smith to return it. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Now, after the play, it looks like we have an injury for one of the Chiefs. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. On 1st and 10, it's Mahomes. Open man downfield is Brown. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
39 yards.
A big pickup there for the Chiefs. 39 yards.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
And in motion is Brown. We are through one. It's the Chiefs on top. Greg and I back in Denver in just a moment. The Chiefs have it here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Pacheco. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. Over the middle, that's Kelsey. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. The future Hall of Famers connect. Mahomes to Kelsey one more time for a Chiefs first down.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
And the Chiefs are going to have 1st and goal as the tackle's made at about the 5-yard line.
13 more yards.
Well, they certainly aren't wasting any time marching down the field. I mean, you only need one hand to count how many plays they've run, and yet they find themselves 1st and goal inside the low red zone.
5 yards from the house. They've got it 1st and goal. Patrick to throw. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Travis Kelsey, the intended target. And it'll bring up 2nd and goal.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
Another one from the 5. Second down and goal. To the air once more. It's Mahomes.
A 9-yard loss brings up 3rd and goal.
Third and goal. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. And he'll take it on in. Rashee Rice. Touchdown, KC.
Kansas City.
And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
And Butker on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Chiefs have doubled their advantage. It is now a 28-14 game.
14.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. On the return, here's Mims. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. They'll start out first down and 10. He'll give it to Dobbins. And he'll pick up 2 out to the 27.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
He keeps it himself.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Third down, 3 to go. Next, from the gun, third down.
Thomas, thank you for following.
And this is caught on the sideline. Going to have the first down. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe not. They say the feet were out of bounds. Wow. Big, tight call there. For the moment, it'll be fourth down.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Returnable for Remigio. That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. Patrick Mahomes going to lead the KC offense back out for this next drive. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. And he looks to add to them with another drive here. play fake. Mahomes. A short throw taken in by Kelsey. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 36-yard line.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 8. Mahomes. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
And I think I want to see a little bit more of this style from this defense. The key, Mike, is at that catch point, you want to create as much contact and be physical. Separate the ball from the intended receiver, and it's a great example there.
That's complete. Who else? It's Kelsey. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. They're locked in on this drive. Second connection for that pair. This one gaining 22.
10 at the 42-yard line.
So here's a play, Mike, that is clearly designed to attack the middle third of the field. So think it's roughly the space between the numbers. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And once he understood where his leverage was and he gets his head around, great job by the quarterback on time, delivering a strike.
To the left side in the hands of Rice.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
Throwing again, it's Mahomes. They go right back to Rice. He's got it again. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
You know, Mike, these crossing routes, you just see them being used more and more often. And really, it's because it's good against any defense. And what it does is it creates separation. It allows some of your best players to catch the ball on the move. And that short throw oftentimes turns into a long run.
He'll be stopped after a pickup of about 3. Alex Singleton, they're on the tackle.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 20, here's 2nd and 7. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. To the right side, hauled in by Kelsey. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
On 3rd down, Mahomes. That is caught. He gets the hook up with Rice. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
Now they're entering the area of the field, especially with the amount of yards they've gained on this possession, Mike, where it feels like a touchdown is critical. For the defense, settling for a field goal here, especially with the ball where it is, feels like a win.
That's to Kelsey on the tight end screen. And no chance to turn and go. That's one good for just a couple.
I think the rest of those receivers in the huddle have all come to the realization that they might not be getting a target anytime soon. And frankly, I don't blame them. I mean, they're riding the hot hand, and rightfully so. Until this defense proves that they can stop him in the passing game, I expect the quarterback to just continue to go back to him time and time again.
And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down.
A gain of 6 yards, and it's 3rd down.
Now Mahomes. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Patrick Mahomes. Touchdown, Chiefs. This defense continuing to give up points. Greg, you've been on offenses like this. This has to feel great when you're on a roll like this.
And it's really twofold, Mike. First and foremost, just like you said, every offense in the league works all week. We want to start out fast. We want to establish some early rhythm and play our style of game. They've certainly done that. Now, on the flip side, what does it do to your opponent? It takes them completely out of their game plan, knowing this early in the game, they're chasing points.
The extra point by Butker is good. And the Chiefs add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. This one taken at the 7. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense and their running back set to go once more. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on first down. They'll go play action with Hicks. He'll let it go deep left sideline. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Yeah, that one just didn't feel right from the jump. I think he sensed that he was either going to take a sack or get baited into making a bad throw. So ultimately a good decision, just throw the ball away.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
On the ground, here's Dobbins. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
The best linebackers at this level, Mike, they have all the physical attributes. That's a given. But it's really their instincts. It's their ability to dissect and predetermine where the ball is going before the ball is even snapped. And you could see with how fast he met the back at the point of attack, he knew exactly what play was coming.
Maximus, thanks for following.
Here's Remigio. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Chiefs offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. On play action, it's Mahomes. To the left side, caught by Kelsey. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick 1st down.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half. And just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
They'll run the draw with Pacheco. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Well, on the back of the previous play, Mike, we saw him have some success through the air. They tried to change it up with a draw, but the defense wasn't having any of it. Didn't sell out for the pass. They're able to stop that one for a loss.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Now, Mahomes. He'll drop this underneath to Pacheco. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
It may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on second down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on third down where it's a little bit more manageable.
It's the quarterback with the sneak. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
It's a gain of a yard. That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
First down throw, Mahomes. Open man downfield, it's Kelsey. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. They'll have the first down. It's a gain of 28.
First down. A 28-yard gain. First down, Kansas City.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch. And
in trouble, and down he goes. John Franklin Myers getting through there to drop him for a loss of 6.
the rest of this game is all going to come down to getting stops. You find yourself down pretty big here in the first half. You have to get the ball back to your offense as many times as possible, but you can't keep giving up scoring drives, whether it's field goals or touchdowns. You need punts. You need takeaways. Give your offense a chance to start climbing back.
Mahomes now to throw on second down. That's complete. Left side to Worthy. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
Third down.
To throw is Mahomes. That's into the hands of Worthy once again. He got a lot of what he needed, but just not enough. The mark is a couple of yards shy of the first down. Here comes fourth down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a fourth down decision to make. I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
After the made field goal, Butker back on the field to send this one away. Here comes a return from the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. To throw is Nix. He connects with Mims. And he's out of bounds. Gain of 4. And he'll bring up second down.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Up the middle they go. Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
Here's 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, here's Nix. Got a man over the middle. There's Sutton. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
That's good for a
First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They'll throw. It's Nix. He goes right back to Sutton. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 45-yard line.
So, 2 minutes to play in a back-and-forth first half. Greg and I return to Denver after this. 2nd down, 8 yards to go. Throwing. Nix. Now he'll run it. Pick up there of 28 yards.
This is an element to his game that we don't necessarily spend a lot of time talking about. He's not known as a traditional runner at the quarterback position. But when he has some space like he had here, he is more than capable of not only converting first downs, but picking up big chunk plays.
Nix, now to throw it here on first down. Oh, a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. It's a pass he say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down with it.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
A little indecisive there, Mike. I thought he could have pulled the trigger a tad sooner. Instead, he just holds onto the ball a little too long. The windows close up and ultimately has no choice but to just simply throw the ball away.
After back-to-back incompletions, they now face 3rd down and 10. Nix from the gun on 3rd down. He'll try and get there on the ground. LKC going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And will stop at just over a minute remaining in this first half. On 4th down, the veteran Will Lutz for the Broncos field goal. This from 30 yards out. Lutz's kick is good. And the Broncos are able to put up 3 and cut into the lead.
17.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Here's Smith to return it. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Chiefs and their running back, Isaiah Pacheco, head out for their next drive. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense will need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on first down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 37-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 2. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. He'll tuck it and take off. And he will slide to a halt, but he does have the first down. The Chiefs will use their third and final timeout here as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go until halftime.
And the first down, Chiefs.
First and 10. They put Kelsey in motion. On first and 10, it's Mahomes. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Noah Gray, the tight end, was the intended receiver. It's second down. They put Kelsey in motion. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
Brings up third and 1.
So, halftime straight ahead, and we send it over to Scott Hansen, who has the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thanks. No rest at the break for a couple of, I'm sure, weary defensive coordinators trying to figure out how to stop these offenses here in the second half.
Harrison Butker.
Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. A safe kick taken at the 5. They get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. The Broncos offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on first and 10.
65 vet, thank you so much for the rose. Appreciate you. Thank you. 65 vet, thank you.
Here's Nix to throw. To the left side, into the hands of Franklin. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
A gain of 24
An
yards.
ideal beginning to this drive. 24 on the first play.
Every team in the league practices these situations every single day. That's a critical third down, Mike. So now with this fresh set of downs, they got to just take a deep breath. Now you're really not so much playing against your opponent as much as you are playing against this clock.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45. A gain there of 11. Good for a Denver first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying
65
off here. I
vet,
mean,
thank
they've
you for the
used this
boxing
run game to
gloves.
throw a
I'll be
bunch
sure
of
to
body
use them.
blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense. They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's second down and 7. They'll run it on the inside handoff. He'll work this ahead for 2, maybe 3. Nick Bolton, the linebacker, there for the stop.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short. He finds Mims. It's complete. 18 yards on the connection. First down, Broncos.
That's another Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start. The quarterback could have handed it. He could have kept it himself. I don't really think either option would have turned out much different. Great job by the defense having a plan for the running back and a plan for the quarterback, and they're able to force that carry for no gain.
Second down. Nix. Got it into the hands of Mims. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
Thank you for following.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. Well, when you call a screen play, of course, you're looking to catch the defense off guard and pick up a chunk play. You're not thinking you're actually going to find yourself going backwards, but that's exactly the case here, and really nice job by the defense sniffing that one out.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Broncos will cut into that lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
So following the field goal, Lutz is back out to kick it away. Here's Smith to return it. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Chiefs offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Throwing is Mahomes. That's dropped off for Pacheco. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
So often for a defense defending the passing game, the most difficult guy to account for is the running back out of the backfield. So a really nice job here bringing him down before he has a chance to pick up any yards after the catch.
On 2nd down, Mahomes. Off he goes. Taking advantage of the room to run, a gain of 19 on the scramble.
A gain of 19 yards. That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
14 more yards.
Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a first down.
A gain of 14. First down, Chiefs.
The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, in the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly. If not, even after a good pickup, you could be coming back due to a flag.
They'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
He plunges forward for a couple of yards. Nick Bonito there for the tackle.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
They put Kelsey in motion.
James, thanks for following.
On 3rd down, Mahomes. Flushed to his left. He'll try to run for it. Good decision to take off. He gets 15 yards and a first down.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on 3rd down. Mike, you can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
Mahomes on 1st down. He'll run again, and he'll get about 4 yards before wisely covering up.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away, picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. Able to tiptoe around one tackler, but not a second. He'll be taken down for no gain right at the line of scrimmage.
Running back looked a little unsure of himself on that carry there, Mike. You have to think back to that fumble earlier in the game. How much is that still weighing on his mind? He didn't really seem to attack that hole like we've seen in the past. He gets stopped for no gain.
Mahomes going to throw here on 3rd down. It is brought in the end zone. Xavier Worthy. Touchdown, Kansas City. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. And that is the hat trick. What a game. His 3rd touchdown reception of this one.
And nothing they've done to slow him down has worked, Mike. This defense, they're throwing multiple guys at him. They're playing man, they're playing zone. It doesn't matter. This guy is having his way, and he's having a day.
Butker now for the point after. His kick is good, and the Chiefs will extend this 3rd quarter lead.
Broncos 20.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. This is going to be taken in at the 3. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. The Broncos offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
21-yard line.
And this is really just more of the same that we saw in the first half. They have made it a huge struggle in the passing game. I mean, just no easy completions, no open space. Every single ball has been contested, and they've done a great job all day.
And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start. And a loss of yards on the play.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
3rd and a long way to go. They'll send the tight end in motion right. A run with Dobbins. And this drive is going backward. Taken down for a loss. The defense with a quick 3-and-out.
So the offense trots out the old jumbo package. So they bring out 3 tight ends, big bodies. But the defense kind of sees it coming. They've got to change it up. You can't be so predictable. Big bodies run, small bodies pass. And I think that's a little bit of what's going on here.
He's to the 45. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Patrick Mahomes going to lead the KC offense back out for this next drive. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. He'll move it ahead for about 3 yards. John Franklin Myers there on the stop.
Myers on the tackle. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 47-yard line.
Jeremy, thank you for sharing it live.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 7. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down. That's the Pro Bowler from a year ago, Nick Bonito. Getting in to drop him. It's a loss of 6, and it's 3rd down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. He'll get this one complete to ground. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15. A big pickup there for the Chiefs. 41 yards.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Pretty easy to see why he continues to be a main focal point for this offense throughout the entire game. That play not only extends the drive, but now they find themselves in plus territory and hope to come away with some points.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
I think that's just a case of a right call at the wrong time, Mike. You typically want to run a draw in more of an obvious passing situation. In this case, the defense was expecting run, and they're able to just eat up that draw play.
2nd and 11. Now, Mahomes. Firing right side, brought in by Brown. And the Chiefs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them down to the 1.
That's good.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get 1 more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but
and he's in. Noah Gray. Touchdown, KC.
Touchdown, Kansas City.
And he continues to remain on fire. That is a rare NFL day. 5 touchdown passes thrown.
And Mike, at this point, the defense just looks completely lost out there. I mean, they have no answers whatsoever, giving up the 5th touchdown pass of this ballgame.
Now Butker to add the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Chiefs will add one more onto their big lead.
Broncos 20.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. On the return, here's Mims. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there.
At their own 25.
The Broncos offense ready to take over once again. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Throwing is Nix. He'll take a shot with Mims. That is brought in. And he's going to take this one all the way. 74 yards. Touchdown, Denver. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep in the pass play for 6.
The kick by Lutz is good. The Broncos will get just a bit closer.
Broncos 27.
Debbie, thank you for following.
Will Lutz to kick
So now
off
after
for
the
Broncos.
touchdown, Lutz gonna send this one away. Here's Smith to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense about ready to take over once more. They've definitely outplayed their opponents to this point in the third quarter. They might be looking to grind out some first downs and chew up some valuable time on the clock. Play action here. Mahomes, that's over the middle, and caught by Rice. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line. That's a gain of 19, and a very quick first down.
First down. A gain of 19 yards. First down, Kansas City.
And that was just a simple read that time. He knew his guy was going to come open in the middle of the field based on the look they gave. All he had to do was let the play develop and then deliver a strike to pick up the first down.
A handoff to Pacheco. And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense. And right now, it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and 3. Once again, it's Pacheco. He's able to tiptoe around one tackler, but not the second. He's taken down right at the line of scrimmage.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats, and that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
That is hard. He gets the hook up with Rice. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on third down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
A tight end in motion now. Here's a run with Hunt. The ball comes out. And fortunately, it looked like a Chief was able to fall on it. So, yes, Kansas City will retain possession.
Now, obviously, there's never a good time to fumble the ball. It's probably the thing that teams stress the most is ball security. But it makes it a little bit easier knowing that your own team was able to fall on top of it, and at least you can maintain possession.
They're going to run out of the gun with Pacheco. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
When you call a draw, Mike, what you're counting on is that the defense is in full pass mode. The linebackers in secondary are getting a lot of depth in their drops. The defensive line is just racing up the field thinking, I'm going to sack the quarterback. In this case, they're not so lucky. Not only do they not catch him off guard, they're not able to pick up any yards.
Now, quick throw taken in by Brown. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
5-yard pickup on the play. And it's third down.
Here's Mahomes. That one intercepted. Picked off by Alex Singleton. And the Broncos are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on fourth down.
These second-half red zone opportunities are critical, Mike. I mean, you're not going to score every single time you get down here, but it feels like at this point in the game, this might be my last chance to get this deep. You've got to make the most of those limited opportunities. At least come away with 3. You're hoping for 6, but in this case, you come away with 0.
Here's Dobbins. And a nice tackle in the open field limits the game to only 1.
At his own 9-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Second down and 8. Back to throw is Nix. He connects with Mims. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
It's a gain of 8.
Really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
So back and forth they go as we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Dobbins going to get it now as we start the 4th. And he broke through the initial contact, winds up getting about 3. It's 2nd down.
4 yards on
And
the
as of
pickup.
right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
Now, a second down throw for Nix. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
They'll give it to Dobbins. Not much there. Maybe a yard.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 9. From the shotgun, here's Nix. There's that man again. Another catch. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Third and inches. They'll try to sneak it here, and he will have a Broncos first down. Maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that first down, but this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the first down.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
The tackle by Leo Chanel. 1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 42-yard line.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. Play action now. It's Nix. That's caught right side. It's Franklin. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
A gain of 26
It's a gain there of 26 yards.
Broncos first
And this
down.
completion certainly won't be changing the outcome of the game by any means, but I do think there is something to be said for teams that continue to fight. They continue to try to at least finish this game and have something to build off of going into next week.
That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield.
Back at the 35.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. Throwing. Nix. He'll step up and run this.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
Whoever you watching from, thank everybody for tuning in.
Been a good drive, but they need to convert here on 3rd and 5. Next, from the gun, on 3rd down. Taking off, he'll try to get there. Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards, and most importantly, a first down.
Gain of 14 yards. That's another Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up first down.
His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
On 2nd down, it's Nix. That's hauled in at the 2. And they continue to churn out first downs. What a drive. It continues now with first and goal.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the fourth quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
And this one ruined quickly. Take them back to the 5-yard line.
In these goal-to-go situations backed up on your own goal line, Mike, what they teach the defense is it's your job to establish a new line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what they did here. Watch the push they get. The offensive line goes backwards, and they take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Second down. Knicks. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he gets out wide. He'll go to the end zone. Hey, Dobbins. Touchdown, Denver. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least we'll pay off with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
Here's Lutz now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Broncos are able to cut into the deficit.
Broncos 34.
So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. Here's Smith to return it. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Chiefs offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. This one appears to be safe in hand. It has been a clinical performance to this point. Now they'll try to finish up strong. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Mahomes quickly out to right. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
On the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 26-yard line.
So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake. Mahomes. Open man right side is Kelce. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Mahomes connects with Kelce for a big one. 33 yards.
First down.
Well, I think one thing's for sure, Mike. I don't think we're seeing an offense that is comfortable with this late lead. They're continuing to put pressure on the defense and say, hey, I don't care how much we're up by. We're going to continue to execute our passing game, and if there's opportunities downfield, we're going to continue to take it.
And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line. That one good for 26 yards.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. A gain of 26 yards. First down, Chiefs.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field.
And he's in! Noah Grant! Touchdown, Kansas City. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. So add another touchdown and touchdown pass for that matter. He has thrown 6 already in this one. Amazing stuff. Here's Buckner now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Chiefs will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
Broncos 34.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. This taken at the 5. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. The Broncos offense and Bo Nix getting ready to go back to work. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end trying to come up with a way to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go. And he's turned a number of those into big plays. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Dobbins. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 4. On the ground, here's Dobbins. And he will not be able to get free. Picking up only a yard. Now, it's 3rd down.
Brings up
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the 1st down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for him. He'll step up and run.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on 3rd down. Starts out as a pass. Nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner. Picks up the 1st down.
On 1st down, here's Nix to throw. He'll dump this out wide to Dobbins. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
I think the days where cornerbacks are either unwilling or unable to be involved in the run game, I think those days are over, Mike. I think when you look around the landscape of today's NFL, yes, you have to cover, but you also have to be able to come up and tackle.
Working out of the gun, it's Nix. That's taken in by Franklin. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. The defense could not bring him down. It's a catch and run of 22 yards.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard it.
That's over the middle to the tight end Ingram. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. A gain of 24 through the air. Good for a Denver 1st down. Here's a toss as they look to run. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
Tackle made at the 12-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll throw. It's Nix. He'll get that complete to Franklin. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
That's a gain of 6.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that. So it's a pretty manageable 3rd down, so they really have the option to run or pass, so they decide to keep the ball on the ground, which I don't mind as long as you've made the decision already that you're willing to use 4th down to pick up the rest of the yards. If not, I think that's a big mistake.
They can still pick up a 1st down here, and they'll line up to go for it on 4th down. Nick's gonna throw for it. He'll try and get there, and he will score! Bo Nix. Touchdown, Broncos.
You just had a feeling that this might be coming, right? It's kind of been brewing all game, Mike. You see it so often on 4th down. The most difficult play to defend deep in the red zone is quarterback scramble. The defense lets the quarterback get outside the pocket. It puts so much pressure on your paced defenders in the secondary, and they can't latch on, and he takes it on himself.
Lutz for the extra point. The kick is good. Broncos are able to edge a bit closer.
Broncos 41.
We're down 3 scores, and it's late. They're going to need a few bounces to go their way. They'll start right here, trying to get an onside kick.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the 4th quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
The Chiefs' offense and Rashee Rice set to take over once more. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been unquestionably the star of the show, as they have just absolutely had no answer on the defensive side of the ball. Off the play fake, here's Mahomes. And they'll take this down inside the 35. The future Hall of Famers connect. Mahomes to Kelce one more time for a Chiefs 1st down.
This is a great example of why teams want to stay out of what they call passing downs, where a defense doesn't have to honor the run. In this case, they do, and man, the play-action pass just works off of that and can really lead to some chunk plays.
They'll run right side with Pacheco. And a nice gain there on 1st down. He takes it forward for 8 yards.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Broncos' 26-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 2. Two minutes remain in the 4th quarter. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Here's 2nd and 2. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. I had That defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
He's got his man. He finds Worthy. And he will score again. Xavier Worthy. Touchdown, Chiefs. Make it 4 touchdowns for him on the afternoon. So that will tie the NFL record that has stood for more than 70 years. 7 touchdown passes in one game. First done by Sid Luckman with the Bears in 1943. And then Adrian Burke of the Eagles in 1954. We've waited a long time. Now they have company. Butker now to add the PAT. He knocks it through. And the Chiefs tack on one more to their lead.
Chiefs 66, Broncos 41.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And it's hard to believe you can run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. Drive starts on the ground, and this is Harvey. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll get a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
Nick snap on 1st and 10. That's taken in. It's R.J. Harvey. And he's out of bounds on the pass play, but that's good for 8 yards.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
He'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Throwing is Nix. To the outside, hauled in by Sutton. And he gets run out of bounds, a short pickup, but it's good enough for a first down.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
A first down throw for Nix. Now they'll set up the screen for Harvey. And he'll be out of bounds, a pickup, though, of 6.
You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
He takes off. Strong running there. He brings this down inside the 25. A gain there of 20. First down, Broncos.
First down.
We've seen this quarterback have some effective plays with his legs all game today, Mike. He knows when to stay in there and look to pass, but he also knows when it's time to tuck it and go, and he's able to pick up good yardage there.
This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
Makes it 2nd and 10.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
Now, a second down throw for Nix. That's caught on the right side by Sutton.
Not the biggest gain in the world, Mike, but what I really like from the quarterback is just the timing of the drop, the timing of the delivery, and hopefully this can jumpstart this offense in the right direction.
This is 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, here's Nix. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And he's going to go down. The pressure too much. And that should wrap this one up as they have to give it up on downs.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
The Chiefs offense and Rashee Rice set to take over once more. And still 2 timeouts left for the defense, but no real need to use them. They're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. On the ground to start the drive with Pacheco. He is belted in the backfield. What a shot he took. It's going to be a loss of yardage. What a play.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Mahomes going to keep it on a design run. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this 4th quarter. So it's a win for the visiting Chiefs. They got out of the gates hot, ran out to the big 1st quarter lead,
Make sure you
did not
follow
look back
and subscribe
as they cruise in this one.
so you know when my next screen. I'll be back
So
shortly.
that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everyone.